Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Get Enlightened Show with your host, the energetic, flamboyant, anointed Pastor Dr. Pan Howard.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Pern and I am so happy to have you here with us today. We are truly and totally excited about having in our studio and on set today, boss M.O.G. I'm going to tell you, there's an awesomeness about this guy who I had an opportunity to meet. And so without any further ado, I want to introduce to some and present to others one of Kenya's well-known gospel artists, hyping it up here in the African country of Kenya, previously a member of a well-known group called M.O.G. None other than Boss M.O.G.
Boss. Kwa macho nikikuona, kwa nje wapendeza, umejipodoa mameka, you look so fine. Unakaa waumia, moyoni wateseka.
Man, I'm so happy to have you. I'm going to tell you, this brother right here, when I had a chance to meet him, brother had a great spirit. He didn't come off as though he was all that, but he just natural, a natural brother that anybody who gets a chance to meet him, you'll understand he's real. He ain't fake, but he's real.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, tell the audience a little bit about who you are.
M.O.G. It's a badly shamta music. Main switch production. Una nyumba nzuri, una bibi mzuri. Mbona uko nje unaranda? Una toto zuri, una bwana mzuri. Mbona uko nje unaranda? Kitu kizuri bwana wewe kamata. Watatamanye fisi wewe ridhika. Kitu kizuri dada wewe kamata. Watatamanye fisi wewe ridhika. Kila mtu anatamani pesa na mali ya kutesa. Naomba Mungu mimi nitosheke, nisizidiwe na mawazo.
My name is Paul, Boss Onya. My mother called me Boss, and so many people think that that's a nickname or maybe it's an artistic name, but no. He called me Boss and he prophesied on that name, and I'm living that prophecy until today. And my brothers couldn't understand back then why mom called the last born Boss. I'm a last born of 9. I had three sisters and 6 brothers. But so far I've lost 2 of my siblings. May their soul rest in peace. Anyway, I got saved first June. No, I got saved in May, 1st May 2003, and so far God has been faithful, and I've been working this gospel through music and kind of thing. Yeah, and so that's just more about me.
That's an awesomeness, because when you say 9, I'm the youngest out of 11.
Wow.
One of my sisters passed away,
Oh.
and may her soul rest in heaven.
Sure.
But I'm the baby.
You're the last one?
I'm the last born.
We're the last one. We're the last
I
one.
tell you, and
Yes.
there's always a uniqueness about last born.
Sure.
And then they always want to give us the extras, but we like the quality things ourselves.
Yeah, sure.
I'm telling you, it's just something about it.
Yeah.
So I hear that there's a song that you have, a new song
Yes.
that you have. What is the name of that song and what does it mean?
Okay, I have there's so many songs I've released over a couple of years, and then recently, within like 1 month, I released 2 songs. One was Don't Say
Hey, Alex, they call me Panama, hey, Coco, yeah. Don't say, goodbye to the bad vibes, 'cause hitting on my uncle, don't say, yakato bina loyo, yakato, katika na siwe, hitting on my uncle, don't say, shira, siba,
It is all about good vibe. what was happening is that the gospel music had faced a lot of criticism. I just wanted to do a song that will make people forget about all the bad vibes about gospel music. And gospel is about enjoying life. And
Of course.
And being real. Before people used to say church is boring, people go there.
Now, I've said it at one time.
You have said it one time.
Yeah, I've said it.
Yeah, and it was because it was like when you enter the church, you put up a different clothes.
Yeah.
And then when you leave church, you
take it off.
You take it off. Yeah. So yeah, so then God used us to bring a different vibe in church, and we started now attracting the youth and the teenagers to come to church. They used to think that you can only dance in the clubs, you can only have fun outside the church.
Yeah.
But we brought fun in the
church.
Yeah, we brought fun in the church because Christ is not boring.
I'm glad you said that, because that was and has been a hang-up of mine for a long time, as to why is it that we have the older generation are so against our young people being actively participants in the church. And so when I seen what you do and you hype up, and as you have fun, and people are hearing the words they're singing, and they're living the word. I've seen it. So what do you say to those critics of yours who say, why is he bringing that into the church? There's no place for that in the church. What would you say? Because I want you to specifically talk to the American audience.
Yes.
Because here in America, we're totally against. They don't like that. They'll call the police on you and say he's dancing in the church. So what would you say to that audience?
I just wanna give them an example. One day Christ took a child and sat on his lap, and then he was telling the people that whoever received these little ones in my name, they're receiving me. This is a generation that even the older generation will want to see them grow in the Lord.
Correct.
And if you deny them this fun, they'll think that it's only available outside. And that means you'll be channeling their energy outside the church, while Christ wants to be praised, Christ wants to be worshipped.
I agree.
In energy. You can't bring your old age. I used to think that most of the time when preachers come to preach to young people, and with the kind of energy they receive from the church elders, they think that church is for older people. So what they do is they say, let us go have fun, and then when we're ready, we will get saved. So don't preach to us now, because we have energy. We need to lay off this energy. And if we cannot sweat in the church, then we're going to sweat in the club. And people always have a choice. God gave man
of course,
a freedom of choice.
That's correct.
So if we choose as young men to praise God in our own way in the church, let us do it, because that's how we feel we should praise God.
I totally agree with that. Because we got so much going on, and people just feel that, wow, the church is boring, like the mentality. And so I'm trying to have fun in the church, but I keep getting pushed out. And I'm glad you brought that up.
There was a song that we did back in 2007. It's called Go Let Him Go. So we're just telling people to let the devil go and come to church. Let all the evil stuff, the drugs and everything, and come to church. And so the church had a problem with the instrumental. You can imagine. Who are singing in the church, and they have a problem with the instrumental. So the church kicked us out. They say that song is not good. Do you know what happened? God took that song. It became big in the world. Church came and took it back. You see, so and one day, I don't know whether it's Paul or Peter was saying, don't call sanctified think that God has sanctified. You know, you don't call them unholy if God has called it holy.
Correct.
Don't call it unholy because you don't know the ways of God. And this is what I usually tell people. Don't ever think just because you're saved for 20 years, just because you're saved for 10 years or even 30 years, you know all about God.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't know. Because the way God is working on the young people right now is totally different with the way He was working with you, maybe depending with how you gave yourself to Him. And you might think that maybe we are supposed to serve God the way you used to serve God when you were young.
Correct.
And they usually say, I was once at your age. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, because I didn't know a lot of things my father did. He was a professional as he dealt with a minor league player. My father was sang with quartets. They had a quartet group.
Yes.
Sung with James Cleveland. So I didn't know a lot of this until he passed.
Wow. So they started hearing.
Yeah, I started hearing about this, and I said, "Wow, they did all this." But the thing about it is that I love what you do because it just encourages me to let the young people in the United States know, don't give up. Don't let somebody steal your dreams.
Sure.
And a lot of dream killers are found in the church.
Sure. That's very true.
A lot of dream killers are found in the church. I'm not down in the church.
Yes.
I'm just saying a lot of dream killers because you're right.
That's true.
A lot of older people forget where they came from.
Sure. And you know, one of the things that Jesus was saying, and one of the things that I always try to be, is He said that be the salt. Be the salt, you know, of the earth. And you know, salt has flavor. You understand?
That's correct.
You can't be boring and say you have flavor. You can't kick people out and say you have flavor.
That's correct.
You need to attract people. Attract people. Whenever Christ went, He attracted a crowd.
Of course.
He
Everywhere He went.
Mass. It was a big mass, and I'm even wondering how He used to preach, because that guy had a magnet.
Everywhere He went, He had crowds.
He had crowd. That means he had salt. He had a taste. And so when we are trying to package this gospel music so that it may have that salt that the world has always thought is available in the club, you don't judge us. You don't say
no.
You don't judge us. You know, just understand that things are changing, and the way God used to reach people long time, 2,000 years ago, it's not the same.
Just saying. So what was it that made you who you are today?
Wow. I just my childhood is rough. I lost both of my parents when I was like 3 years old. I became a street child because my brothers were poor. My parents died when everything was low. There was no savings. There were nothing. So even going to school was a problem. And you know, I grew up knowing about God, but I didn't know that God. Yeah, so I used to go to Catholic. I was a Catholic before. Even my name Paul came from Catholic. But I was born both, and then Paul came later, because now they say, you know, you don't have a saint name. You need a saint name. Boss is not a saint name. You know, they change you. They you know, they describe you by your name at times. But yeah, I understand that at times you have to go through a certain process because at times you don't understand.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't understand. But yes, I went through it all. But later on, I gave my life to Christ, as I said. And I was an acrobat. I was an acrobat before I became a singer.
Wow.
Yes, I was an acrobat. Since I was living in the ghetto, so I was also a street fighter.
Yeah.
Karate stuff.
Yeah.
I
know you didn't put these on the water.
Yeah.
Me too.
Wow. Yeah. You know, the street at times, all I can say is that God raised me.
Yeah.
All I can say is that God raised me to be who I am this day, up to this day. Because why am I saying that? Because it reached a point, my group, the one I was doing acrobat, because we started making money out of acrobat.
Of course.
Performing in hotels. So after getting saved, I started singing in church choir as a bass guy. So these guys were like, you know, you have to choose. You have to choose whether you're going to sing that choir which doesn't bring money,
correct,
or you will be committed to acrobatics. You know. So I found myself in a very funny situation where I had to choose to sing, you know, for no cash, or to do acrobat for cash. I chose choir, and I didn't know why I chose choir. Remember, I'm not a strong believer, I just got saved recently. But here I am, living what I used to do, what I'm used to do, what I know about, and going to do the choir. So, but I didn't know that was a journey towards, you know, being a big musician in Kenya. And from there I started rapping in church, and you know, one thing led to the other. We became super big. We were the first gospel artists to connect to the world to church.
Wow.
The biggest gospel. We were the only artists whom you could consider when you call Kirk Franklin, you would call M.O.G. If you think of calling any artist, M.O.G should be in that platform. Yeah, you understand. So we were just kids who didn't understand things, but you know, with the help of God and our pastor, you know, we were close with our pastor, and our pastor was like, used to take us to prayer each early morning. Of course, yeah, you know, for you to grow, you need prayer, and you need someone who holds your hands, and this is where you come in. That's very important. People that appreciate that you are available to operate the young people. Because there's so many things we don't understand.
Man, that is true.
Yeah, and we need mentors, yeah, like you to have us up. Because I can't say I know everything. You know, with age comes with experience, and understanding, and wisdom. And so, in as much as I may have so much to say, but I can, or whenever I'm with you, I have to sit and listen.
See, and the good thing about what you said is that the internet, social media can say good, bad, and indifferent things about you.
Sure.
But you can ask me that. Because even me being in ministry for 40 plus years,
Wow.
I've done good, bad, and indifferent.
Sure.
Under the umbrella of ministry, as a pastor, as a preacher, I've done wrong. Felt bad about it. I was godly sorry.
Sure.
But one thing that I found to be unique, a friend of mine who's passed on, Pastor Daniel said, be careful how you handle the holy. I didn't quite understand that really when he said, be careful how you handle the holy. And my former pastor said, always protect the integrity of your ministry, because that's the only thing you have. He said, God must have favor upon you because everything that you put yourself in, God brought you out without any singe of smoke smell on you.
Wow.
I said, wow. So, yes, I've been to situations in my life. And I've always thought, I said, oh, wow, God, you making me out like people talked about me, dogged me, lied on me. I get that every day. That's normal. Even being here, I had some people lie on me and say things negative about me. But those are not discouragements to me. Those are encouragements. Because what I'm doing is right. So my question to you is that out of what you've gone through, has there been times, even when people lied on me, because I'm going through a situation, even when people are lying on you, did you ever want to give up?
Yeah, there have always been those moments where you feel unwanted, you feel like you doubt what you do, you doubt like, am I doing the right thing? And you even wonder, am I leading the right flock?
Yeah.
Because at times flock can turn against you and you are their leader.
They will.
The sheep, you're the leader and you're the shepherd, but they turn against you. And I've always found this encouraging where, you know, you have to ask yourself, who am I doing it for? Who am I doing it for? Because when you know who you're doing it for, trust me, you won't need anyone. You'll understand that all you needed is that person. And I've always told young people that one day you'll sit down, think, and realize that all you ever needed was not social media.
Of course.
Acceptance all you ever needed was not anything else, because your mom will die one day. Your friends will go.
Correct.
But God will always stay. He's a friend that sticks closer than a brother, closer than anyone else. So I've never been there. I've never been there. I've never felt like giving up, because at times even secular music looks very easy. Sounds so easy. It's very easy.
But it's a different story.
But when it comes to gospel, you need to be connected to the source to get the product.
Of course.
Yeah, you can't get the product if you don't know the source. And you need to pray so that to sing gospel, you need Jesus.
Of course.
And at those times you wanna release a hit song, but then you're not connected to the source, so you do miss. Every song you release is a miss, and you start wondering, am I doing the right thing? What used to be right now looks wrong. Yeah. But you have to ask yourself, who am I doing it for? And what is he saying? What is the season? Because there will always be time and season for everything.
Of course.
Yeah. So for me, at those moments, I've never felt like giving up, especially because of my family, especially how they treated me when I was young, the rejection. And I went to school for 4 years, and none of my family member came to visit me. I used to get strangers to visit me. Other kids, mom and dad, get visited, and then their family ask them to call for me. We've had bosses in this school, where boss call your captain. I was a head boy. I was a captain in high school, and they could like treat me like their son, and then I'm like, wow, I even forgot that my family didn't show up. Yeah, so God has done great stuff.
And see, that's the awesome thing. You from who I converse with, they say, no, he's very humble, man. He's down to earth. So let's get into something real quick. Probably 1 or 2 more questions.
All right.
The awards, because I know people don't really like to talk about them, but I want them to know the awards that you receive, the accolades.
Wow.
Just give us a little insight, because you just don't get an award just to get an award.
No.
There must be something about it. I know you got thousands of followers. I know
Yes, I do. I do have thousands of followers. And when it comes to awards, I've won a lot of awards. I've won the Chagula Chinese Awards. I don't know, right now it's not even in existence anymore. But there's so many awards in my table, in my desk right now. I have an office full of awards. I have like more than 20 awards from different award nominations, and these awards are just things to encourage you,
of course,
to show you that we appreciate your work, but it is never the center of the work that we do, especially as gospel artists or as gospel ministers. It is the award. It is not even there. It shouldn't be a goal. It was so bad. It reached a point where gospel artists started doing music for award shows. And I think that's where we lost it. Because now you are aiming for something temporary. Something that is seasonal also. Because some of these awards come once per year. You can't live once per year.
Because when I told a few of my friends here, I said, I'm doing an interview with Boss M.O.G. My phone has not stopped ringing. If you know that it's still ringing, it was ringing since we've been here.
Sure.
It started at 6 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
Is he going to be there? Is he going to be there? Because I'm around artists, celebrities all the time. So it's natural for me. They said, well, Pern, we're young, and so we like that. I said, okay. But my thing is that you connect to the young people. That's the key. You connect.
Because, when God takes you somewhere, that means He has already taken you down for everything.
Correct.
For me to come here, you stepped up. For me to be here. And that's God. And that's what God does. When God does not send you a place to start.
Correct.
When He took the Israelites in the desert, He knew where they're going to get water and where they're going to get food.
As long as they follow.
As long as they follow. That's what I'm saying. As long as it is God who gave you that vision, He will provide for that.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, the nation should not worry you because the vision is there. Yeah. So I want to go there. I want to go to the US.
Yeah, we can try to do something to get you there.
Do something. Do something. Do something. I would feel good. Do something.
Yeah, we're just trying to do some collabing, try to do some more things here, and do some highlighting.
Yes.
Those who know me in the United States know that I used to do concerts and productions. And so I wanted to at least do something here, bring some insight to that. So as we get ready to wrap up, I want you to give a message to everybody watching. Because I think it's important for them to hear it from you, and not for me to say it. So whatever message you want to give to those watching, please do so.
Yeah, my message will come from Jeremiah 29 verse 11, and some of you it looks like a normal verse, some of it look like, this was God speaking to Israelites, but this is, the word of God is for everybody and for each and every humanity. God is saying that I know the plans I have for you, declare the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. This means you should not worry about your tomorrow. You should not worry about what you will wear or what you're going to eat. Because as long as God has let you see a new day, He had you in His mind, and He knew that what you need for that day, and He had already put everything in place. So it is just you to maneuver your way, and you find everything well prepared. So this story of people committing suicide, I hear people becoming drug addicts because of depression, stress. These are not things that come from God, and that's what God is saying. I have planned not to harm you. So anything that is harmful to your health, it is not of God. Anything that is harmful to your family or anything, it is not from God, because God has already stated His plan. Plan is to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. Now, hope is yours. You need to have hope. This is not God having hope for you. This is you having hope towards God. That I hope that by the time I'm doing this, God will have provided something. Because now God is the whole of future. But you need hope to get to future. You can't go to future without hope of being in that future. So you need hope. So hope is what keeps you alive. Hope is that thing that makes you understand that tomorrow there is life after today. You don't just live for today. Yeah. So I just want to tell you guys that God loves you so much, and if God rescued me, I think He has great plans to each and every one of you, and there is no need to be depressed about life, no reason to be depressed about relationships, no need to be depressed about everything. People are doing crazy stuff these days. And I understand it. Maybe some of you have forgotten that God has a plan. You just because you failed does not mean you've lost it all. No, there is always hope. There's always hope. Yes.
So again, we thank Boss M.O.G for coming. Man,
I appreciate it.
I am so happy that you came and offered these words of encouragement, especially not only for our young people, but for our older people and for all generations to come. We thank you all for watching. We have some music. We have his contact. We're going to leave some information at the end of this broadcast, so you can just basically, if you want to purchase any of his information or purchase any of his songs, we have the information that will be listed at the end of this broadcast. Again, we thank you. We love you. This is Dr. Pern. This is Boss M.O.G. We are here on the Get Enlightened Show. And we thank you again for watching, because this is our prayer.
It's a winning thing. Boss M.O.G.
I pick up music that I know.
Teddy B.
You need to come to him easy. The way you are, easy. He's a loving God, easy. He'll take you in easy. You need to come to him easy. I give you my body, control me like computer. Kineta says you sit up, kineta daitika. You know kill up like kill up nobody to win the get your body. If it is your heart, you got it. Yeah, man, you got it totally. Give us them totally soda. Come, everybody, come. Everybody come, everybody come. Everybody come. He's a god of mercy. Ukimkubali heaven tunapati. So everybody follow him. Whether you are pastor, rasta, I'm out now.